massive debt, soaring inflation, endless wars, divided people. This is the United States in 2025, a nation that once symbolized prosperity, now wrestling with its own contradictions. People can't afford basic health care. Students are drowning in loan debt. A gallon of gas, a carton of eggs, everything feels like a luxury. Gun violence dominates headlines. Political battles divide families. And for many, the American dream? It feels like it's fading away. But here's the question no one seems to ask. How did we get here? And more importantly, how did this same country rise to become the most powerful force the world had ever seen? Let's rewind the clock. It all began in 1776. A bold declaration of independence against the mightiest empire of the time. It was a gamble, a rebellion. The founding fathers weren't perfect. There was slavery, inequality, contradictions, but their vision, revolutionary. That all men are created equal. That power comes from the people. As decades passed, the United States expanded through determination, innovation, and yes, conflict. From the plains of the Midwest to the factories of the North, a new kind of energy was building. Then came the Civil War, a defining fracture that almost tore the country apart. But somehow, America emerged, not just intact, but more united than before. And then, everything changed. World War II. While much of the world was left in ruins, America stood stronger than ever. Our factories didn't just build goods, they built victory. Our economy, booming. Our military, unmatched. And by 1945, we weren't just another nation on the map. We were the new global leader. From the late 1940s through the early 1970s, America soared. We produced almost half of the world's goods. Our GDP skyrocketed from $300 billion in 1950 to over $1 trillion by 1970. Jobs were everywhere. One income was enough to support a family, buy a home, send the kids to college, and even take a vacation. Unions were strong. Workers had power. And the middle class? It wasn't just a dream. It was reality. Even the massive debt from World War II didn't hold us back. As the economy expanded, our debt-to-GDP ratio dropped rapidly from over 100% to below 60% in just a couple decades. And look at the leadership during those years. Truman, who rebuilt Europe with the Marshall Plan. Eisenhower, who built the highways and warned about the military-industrial complex. Kennedy, who challenged a generation to think bigger. Johnson, who fought for civil rights and expanded healthcare. Even Nixon, for all his flaws, left a mark on the global economic structure. America wasn't just wealthy, it was respected. Our dollar became the world's reserve currency. Our ideas, democracy, innovation, freedom, were exported across the globe. We created Silicon Valley, led the space race, and built a pop culture empire through Hollywood. And at the heart of all this, The real fuel? The people. Immigrants who brought new ideas and cultures. Scientists who mapped the human genome. Activists who fought for justice and equality. Entrepreneurs who failed, learned, and built again. This was never just about government or power. America thrived because it allowed, even encouraged, change. But now, here we are again, facing uncertainty. Some say America's falling, that we've peaked, that China's next. But here's the twist no one talks about. America has always been at its best, when it was doubted the most. This isn't the first time we've faced crisis. This isn't the first time people counted us out. So maybe this isn't the fall of a superpower. Maybe it's the pause before the rise, the breakdown before the breakthrough, the silence before the storm. Because the real question isn't, can America rise again? The question is, will we? That answer doesn't come from politicians or billionaires. It comes from us, from people like you, watching, questioning, and choosing what comes next. In the coming weeks, we'll dive deeper into the politicians who shaped America's destiny, the wars that tested its soul, and the decisions that brought both rise and ruin. So, if you believe this story matters, if you want to know what really happened, what went wrong, and what could still go right, then subscribe now. Like this video and share it with someone who still believes in something more. And tell us in the comments, what do you want to know next? A president? A policy? A war? A hidden truth? Your voice will shape the next video, because this channel isn't just about America's past, it's about understanding our future. Thanks for watching.